Yeah, I just knocked out NLE Choppa. Oh, 4K Trey being his.
He just beat up NLE Choppa in the airport, y'all.
What should I say? Why and then I popped him and knocked him out.
NLE Choppa, listen to me. You can't go walk the runway with that little walk. You remember that walk you had? I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that walk. I think I'm a.
Oh, just went nuclear. NBA YoungBoy finally reacted to NLE Choppa's latest diss, that brutal KO track that's been shaking the internet. And let's just say, it did not end well. This isn't your regular rap beef. This is World War Mike, a lyrical demolition derby where egos, bars, and baby mamas collide like it's the Super Bowl of pettiness. The second KO dropped, social media went into cardiac arrest. Choppa came swinging with lines so disrespectful, even Eminem probably said, "Bro, chill." Fans called it the knockout punch of the decade, but what nobody expected, YoungBoy's reaction. Sources say the man didn't just clap back, he detonated. We're talking cryptic posts, deleted lives, subliminal shots, and a chain reaction so messy it made Drake and Kendrick's beef look like Teletubbies. The musical. The tension is thicker than the Louisiana humidity, and both fan bases are going to war like it's the last day of Wi-Fi. Because this isn't just about music anymore. This is personal. And when NBA YoungBoy takes things personal, somebody's reputation always ends up in a coffin. Get ready. This KO just turned into the rap beef heard around the world. Let's roll it back. Because before the KO diss went viral and broke the internet like Kim K in her prime, this whole mess was already brewing in the shadows. NBA YoungBoy and NLE Choppa didn't just wake up one day and decide to start throwing lyrical haymakers. Nah, this has been years of quiet tension, subtle jabs, and egos the size of recording contracts just waiting to explode. It all started with what fans call the unspoken era, that weird phase in rap, where YoungBoy and Choppa pretended to be cool while secretly side-eyeing each other like two lions sharing the same jungle. Both came up young, wild, and with that I don't smile for cameras energy. They even got compared constantly. NLE, the next YoungBoy, and you could practically see the veins pop in YoungBoy's forehead every time someone said it. Then came the subtle shade. You know how it goes. Unfollows, interviews, and those sneaky I don't do fake tweets that everyone knows are aimed at somebody. NLE started dropping subliminal lines about rappers who act tough but stay in Utah, and the internet instantly went, "Oh, he talking about YoungBoy." Meanwhile, YoungBoy hit back in his usual cryptic way, deleting all his posts, then posting one random video of himself, laughing like a villain in a silent movie. But the real chaos kicked off when NLE Choppa dropped KO. No teasers, no promo, no mercy. Just boom, a full diss track that hit harder than a Mayweather uppercut. The beat alone sounded like it came from an abandoned church in Baton Rouge. And the lyrics, straight up disrespect. He called out fake gangsters who cry in the booth, YouTube thugs, and rappers hiding behind lawyers. He never said YoungBoy's name, but let's not play dumb. The internet doesn't need names. Fans started timestamping every line like forensic detectives. 037, that's definitely about YB's house arrest. 112, that's gotta be about the baby mama drama. 205, that's definitely about the last tweet. Twitter lit up like a Christmas tree on fire. Hashtags like Co-Challenge and YoungBoy Respond started trending within an hour. People were tagging YoungBoy like, "You just gonna let him talk like that?" Even Drake fans took a break from their memes to say, "Yeah, this one kinda cold." For a few hours, it looked like Choppa had the upper hand. He was basking in the chaos, reposting fan edits, retweeting reactions, and even posting that evil smile emoji that says, "Yeah, I said what I said." Meanwhile, YoungBoy's fan base, known for treating online beef like a national sport, was loading digital ammunition, memes, edits, conspiracy threads. It looked like a Reddit war room. Then came the silence. No response from YoungBoy. No tweets, no lives, no cryptic top posts, just radio silence. And that's when everyone got nervous. Because if you know YoungBoy, you know silence isn't peace, it's plotting. Insiders close to his camp started whispering that he'd heard the song within minutes of release. One alleged studio engineer claimed YoungBoy went dead quiet for a whole minute, then started pacing. Another claimed he muttered something like, "Bet." That's it. One word, one syllable. That's all the confirmation the internet needed to declare war. Because in the world of NBA YoungBoy, bet doesn't mean okay. It means prepare the smoke machine. And sure enough, the next day, weird activity started popping up. His burner Twitter accounts, yes, fans track those, suddenly came to life. Random lyrics were being posted like coded messages. One tweet said, "Ain't no KOs when you never hit me." Another said, "You talk online, I talk facts." The internet went wild. Reddit threads popped up with users trying to decode each line like it was the Zodiac cipher. Then he did what he always does when he's mad. He went live. But not like a normal rapper rant. Oh no, YoungBoy went cinematic, sitting in the dark, hoodie up, candles flickering in the background, like he's plotting world domination. He didn't even say NLE's name, but the energy, pure venom. He said, "I don't play with these little boys. Y'all know what happens when I get quiet. Keep my name out your verse before I make you delete it." And then he just stared into the camera for 10 straight seconds. 10 seconds of silence that felt like a horror movie jump scare waiting to happen. The live ended abruptly. No outro, no good night, just darkness. Within minutes, screenshots were everywhere. Fans were quoting it like scripture. "Keep my name out your verse before I make you delete it." Somebody even turned it into a t-shirt design before the stream ended. Meanwhile, NLE Choppa was acting unbothered, or at least trying to. He posted, "Ain't no beef when you speak facts," which, in the rap world, is basically the equivalent of waving a red flag in front of a bull. By that night, hip-hop pages were losing their minds. DJ Academics was on Twitch narrating the chaos like it was the Super Bowl. YouTubers were dropping thumbnails with emojis and titles like, "YoungBoy responds to Choppa, full breakdown," even though no actual diss track had dropped yet. But then, and this is where things start spiraling, rumors started swirling that YoungBoy had gone back into the studio. Producers were posting cryptic tweets like, "The booth on fire tonight," and "It's about to get dangerous." One engineer even said, "We recorded something that can't be released yet." Translation, nuclear level clapback incoming. The entire internet went into waiting for destruction mode. NLE fans were cocky saying, "KO ended this, no comeback needed." YoungBoy fans were sharpening their digital swords replying, "You all said that before, and he buried your fav in one verse." Meanwhile, background drama started surfacing, mutual friends unfollowing each other, DMs being leaked, even old interview clips resurfacing where NLE once called YoungBoy a legend. Fans were like, "So you went from fan to foe in one mixtape?" And it's here where the tension reached that delicious, chaotic boiling point. You could feel the anticipation online. Millions of people refreshing their feeds, waiting for YoungBoy to drop something that would end careers and start lawsuits. Because if there's one thing history has taught us, it's that NBA YoungBoy doesn't respond fast, he responds fatally. And as midnight hit, fans began noticing something strange. YoungBoy's YouTube banner changed. Just one word appeared in all caps: counter. That's when the internet officially lost its mind. The next chapter was about to begin. And if the KO diss was a punch, YoungBoy was about to swing back like a heavyweight with nothing left to lose. And trust me, this story's just getting started. When the word counter appeared on NBA YoungBoy's YouTube banner, the entire internet froze. Fans knew what that meant. YoungBoy wasn't typing, he was loading. His silence wasn't retreat, it was reload mode. The man who once dropped 10 songs during house arrest was about to turn NLE Choppa's KO into career CPR. Every hip-hop page lost control. Comments like, "It's happening," and "Why be about to break the internet again?" flooded Twitter, Reddit, and every corner of TikTok. Fans started staying awake like they were waiting for Santa. Except Santa was angry, armed with auto-tune, and ready to lyrically assassinate someone. Then at exactly 2:14 a.m., the notification hit. NBA YoungBoy, recount KO reply. The thumbnail alone was chaos. Black background, red letters, a broken boxing glove hanging from a chain. Within 5 minutes, the video had 600,000 views. Within 10 minutes, Twitter went into nuclear meltdown. The first line, cold as ice. "You said KO, but boy you sleepin'. Wake up and thank the Reaper." The internet screamed. YoungBoy wasn't just responding, he was dismantling. Each bar hit like a slap in HD. "You said I hide behind the law. You hid behind a blog. You talking about my past. I'm talking to your God." Fans were spamming, like their keyboards were on fire. Others said, "NLE need to file for witness protection." Memes of Choppa's face photoshopped on punching bags started trending instantly. dropped on punching bags started trending instantly. But it wasn't just the words. It was the delivery. That raw, angry Louisiana grit that makes YoungBoy sound like he's recording from the gates of hell. He didn't just rap. He barked. It wasn't music. It was war poetry. Then halfway through the track, he switched flows and got personal. You was DMing my circle, trying to get close. Don't bark online when you scared of a post. That one line had fans spinning theories like they were in FBI hoodies. Did Choppa actually DM YoungBoy's camp? Was he reaching out behind the scenes? Nobody knew. But the internet didn't care about facts, only fuel. The diss was 3 minutes of pure destruction. No hooks, no chorus, just rage. By the time it ended with the line, "Don't call it KO when I still breathe through the smoke," even neutral fans said, "Yeah, that's checkmate." Within hours it had millions of streams. KO might have landed a jab, but recount was a full uppercut. NLE Choppa's fans tried to fight back, saying he ain't name drop, it don't count. But come on, that was denial at its finest. Everyone knew who those bars were for. Even Choppa's own comments section looked like a funeral home. By morning, social media was chaos. The memes, ruthless. One tweet said, "NLE standing for not lasting eternity." Another said, "KO? Bro just got TKO'd by his own Wi-Fi." And of course, Boozy jumped in. Because Boozy always jumps in. He posted on Instagram, "YoungBoy don't play fair, man. He go for the soul." Other rappers started subtweeting too. Quando Rondo posted, "That's how we move in Baton Rouge." Lil Durk liked to post about recount without saying a word. And the internet treated it like a United Nations statement. Meanwhile, Choppa tried to stay composed. He tweeted, "If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it." But the internet wasn't buying it. One fan replied, "Bro, he built the shoe, signed it, and mailed it to your address." Then came the real damage. YoungBoy fans weaponized streaming. They flooded recount on every platform, mass sharing links, looping it overnight. Within 24 hours, it overtook KO in streams, likes, and views. NLE Choppa's diss had gone from knockout to knocked off. But just as people thought it was over, things took a sinister twist. A leaked screenshot surfaced, showing Choppa's alleged manager messaging a fan page saying, "We might need to drop something bigger." The boy went too far. Nobody knew if it was real, but the internet ran with it. Suddenly, rumors of a KO Part 2 started spreading like wildfire. Fans were hyped again. "Round 2 incoming!" The beef ain't over. Rap's about to have another funeral. But before Choppa could even react, YoungBoy went live again. This time, no music, no beat, just pure energy. Hoodie on, gold teeth gleaming, voice ice cold. He said, "Ain't no next round. You diss me, you retire. I don't beef twice." And the internet collectively fainted. That clip alone did more numbers than most people's careers. TikTok turned it into a sound. People were using it under cooking videos, gym edits, and even relationship skits. It became the quote of the month. Still, the internet can't survive without drama. So of course, fans dug up everything. Old photos of NLE and YoungBoy, clips of them complimenting each other, even conspiracy theories about who started it first. One viral tweet said, "This beef got more backstory than the MCU." Then came the pop culture wave. Talk shows started mentioning it. Charlemagne brought it up on The Breakfast Club. YouTubers were dropping timeline explainers. Even non-rap fans started watching, saying, "I don't know who these people are, but I'm invested." But the wildest moment came 3 days later, when NLE Choppa performed at a show and tried to reclaim the energy. Mid-performance, he yelled, "Ain't no KO on me, I'm still standing." And the crowd booed. Booed. Someone even threw a boxing glove onto the stage. That clip went viral in 10 minutes flat. And while Choppa tried to laugh it off, saying it's love though, it was clear. The internet had already chosen its winner. Back in Utah, YoungBoy stayed quiet. His team posted a single message, energy unmatched, mission complete. Even DJ Academics said, "YB ain't beefing, he ending careers with punctuation marks." The dust was starting to settle, but the damage, permanent. NLE's rep had taken a hit. His fans were tired of defending him. And KO memes were still flooding every corner of the internet. It wasn't just a diss anymore, it was a digital execution. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, one more twist dropped that turned this entire saga from entertaining to downright legendary. Because apparently there was more to YoungBoy's rage than just lyrics. There was a secret phone call, a private conversation between NLE and someone in YoungBoy's circle. And once that leak dropped, things got explosive all over again. That secret phone call leak hit the internet like a meteor. Unexpected, fiery, and instantly world-ending. Nobody even knew who dropped it. 1 minute, everything was calming down. The next, there's a 3-minute audio clip circulating that sounded way too real. A muffled voice, allegedly NLE Choppa's, could be heard saying something like, "Man, I wasn't even talking about him like that." They twisted it for clout. And another voice, supposedly from someone tied to YoungBoy's camp, replying, "It's too late for all that, bruh." He heard it. Boom, the internet erupted again. Blogs posted it with headlines like, "NLE caught backtracking," and "Leaked call confirms YoungBoy beef was real." Within an hour, like a phone gate was trending. People were slowing down the audio, comparing accents, analyzing background noises. It was CSI Baton Rouge edition. Choppa jumped on Twitter denying everything. "That ain't me. Stop playing with my voice." But by that point, the damage was irreversible. The internet never needs evidence. It just needs entertainment. Everyone believed it. Even Boozy commented, "That boy got caught slipping. Should have used FaceTime audio." And just like that, Choppa's credibility was on life support. Meanwhile, YoungBoy's fanbase celebrated like they'd just won the Super Bowl. They were posting edited clips of YoungBoy laughing with captions like "Mission accomplished." His fans even started calling him the Lyric Reaper. But here's where things got even crazier, because just when it seemed like YoungBoy was done, he dropped one final surprise that sealed his reputation as rap's most unpredictable villain. Out of nowhere, he uploaded a music video for Recount, and it wasn't just a regular clip. It was a cinematic diss movie, dark lighting, boxing gloves hanging from the ceiling. NLE Choppa, lookalikes getting metaphorically knocked out. It was savage, and it sent the internet into full meltdown mode. One scene had YoungBoy standing over a shadowy figure on the ground, whispering, "Talk again." Another shot flashed the words, "No cap, no round 2. Fans were losing their minds. The comments were flooded with, "YB don't troll, he teaches lessons." One fan said, "This man filmed a funeral for NLE's ego." The video hit 10 million views in a day. KO was officially buried. Even mainstream outlets like Complex and Rolling Stone picked it up, calling it one of the coldest diss responses of the decade. Choppa tried to reclaim his footing, but everything he said was being weaponized against him. He dropped a few motivational tweets, "I'm focused on peace, not problems, and energy don't die." But nobody wanted peace. The internet wanted blood. Every time he posted, people flooded his replies with boxing gloves and Recount quotes. One meme went viral showing NLE with a bandage and YoungBoy holding a mic that said "KO'd again." Even brands started joking about it. Popeyes tweeted, "Our chicken hits harder than NLE's diss. That's how you know you lost the war. When fast food chains start roasting you." Meanwhile, YoungBoy stayed eerily calm. No interviews, no lives, no rants, just quiet dominance. He posted a single picture captioned, "Silence louder than applause." Fans turned it into a quote poster within minutes. Even other rappers started showing him public respect again. Lil Baby liked one of his posts. Rod Wave commented, "Respect," and social media treated it like a coronation. And here's the thing. This wasn't just about two artists beefing. This became a cultural moment. The entire rap world stopped and watched. For the first time in a while, fans said, "We're seeing history." It felt like those old school rivalries. Raw, emotional, no PR filters, no ghostwriters. Just two men with microphones and grudges. But beneath the entertainment, there was something darker lurking. Because this beef wasn't just lyrical. There was genuine bad blood. Reports surfaced that their teams had nearly crossed paths in Atlanta a week earlier. Apparently, security had to step in before things got physical. Insiders said it got tense enough to freeze the air. Fans started panicking, saying, "This needs to stay music." Even hip-hop elders like Fat Joe spoke out, saying, "The game don't need more funerals. We need more records." And surprisingly, YoungBoy seemed to listen. For once, instead of doubling down, he went ghost again. No more disses, no more lives, just silence. Then, out of nowhere, Choppa tried to flip the narrative. He went on an interview and said, "It's all entertainment. Ain't no beef. I got love for everybody," which sounded noble, but the internet wasn't buying it. One YouTube comment summed it up perfectly. "It's easy to love everybody when you just got lyrically evicted. the hosts asked him if he'd ever collab with YoungBoy in the future, and he nervously laughed. Man, maybe one day if the energy right. The clip went viral again, but not for the reasons he hoped. Fans were calling it the most polite surrender in rap history. Even as the hype began to fade, the damage stayed. KO became the new slang for career-ending mistake. People started using it in other contexts. Don't pull an NLE, bro. The memes were endless. Meanwhile, YoungBoy was thriving. His next single skyrocketed to #1 on YouTube within hours. He didn't even need to promote it. The beef had done the marketing for him. Brands started quoting his lyrics. Blogs couldn't stop talking about him, and his fan base reached god-tier status. He had turned what was supposed to be a diss into a global victory lap. But the real winner, the internet, because once again, chaos had fed the culture. And here's the craziest part. As weeks passed and fans replayed the beef like it was a Netflix series, new rumors started surfacing that another rapper wanted to step into the ring. Screenshots, leaks, cryptic tweets, everything pointed toward a new challenger. So yeah, NLE Choppa versus YoungBoy might be over. But the next storm? It's already forming. Because if there's one universal law in hip-hop, it's that peace never trends. Every time one beef dies, another one's born. And if this saga proved anything, it's that YoungBoy doesn't just react, he rewrites the rules of the game. He doesn't beef for fun, he beefs for dominance. And once he's done, all that's left are broken egos and trending hashtags. Because in the ring of rap, only one truth stands tall. If you swing at YoungBoy, you better not miss. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how another rapper learned the hard way. When you swing at NBA YoungBoy, you're not starting a fight, you're booking your own retirement tour. From NLE Choppa's KO disaster to YoungBoy's lyrical counterpunch that left the internet gasping for air, this wasn't a beef. This was a career autopsy set to a beat. But now I gotta ask you, who really won this round? Was NLE Choppa brave for stepping into the ring, or delusional for thinking he could outbar the Baton Rouge boogeyman? Did YoungBoy go too far? Or did he just remind the world why every rapper secretly fears seeing top in their mentions? Drop your verdict down below, because I know you've got opinions hotter than YoungBoy's mic on Diss Night. And before you scroll off like this wasn't the best drama you've heard all week, smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit subscribe like you're trying to sign yourself to Never Broke Again. And ring that notification bell so loud the neighbors think YoungBoy just dropped another track. Because on The Rap Truth, we don't just report beefs, we serve them sizzling, seasoned, and straight off the grill. From lyrical assassinations to digital meltdowns, we've got every diss, every clapback, and every deleted tweet they hoped we'd miss. Stay tuned, because in hip-hop, peace is a myth, silence is suspicious, and every studio light flicker means somebody's about to get roasted. You're watching The Rap Truth, where the bars cut deep, the shade hits harder, and the next scandal's already loading.